GTA 5 is one of the biggest games ever made, and because of that, there was a lot of content left on the cutting room floor. So we're gonna cover it all today, from leaked early development screenshots, audio files, missions that were scrapped, logos, cut DLCs, and more. I hope you enjoy. And first we need to start off with Grand Theft Auto 5 multiplayer. No, I didn't just misspeak, I'm not talking about GTA Online, that's a completely separate thing. Initially, this was supposed to be called GTA 5 multiplayer. This was supposed to be similar to GTA 4's multiplayer, but this time with a kind of cops and crooks spin on it, where there would be a territory war between the gangs and the police, and the player would have to choose between a gang member or a police officer, each of them having a defined name, and were most likely going to be unchangeable except for things like clothes. This is a concept map from 2012 that shows 41 territories that the police officers and the gangs were going to fight over. I won't name every single one, but you've got some really notable locations here, like the airport, Vespucci Canals, Del Perro Beach, Sandy Shores Airfield, Paleto Bay, basically any main area on the map. 41 of them you were going to be able to fight over. There were also going to be 3 different headquarters, one for each of the factions. The first one is the police. Their headquarters would have been Mission Row. We had the Lost MC, whose HQ would of course be the Lost MC Clubhouse. And we had the Vagos, whose headquarters was going to be at the Los Santos Vagos Auto Shop in Cypress Flats. If we take a close look at a lot of the character images here though, we can get a lot of information about what was supposed to be included. So here you can see this player is a Vagos character, and you'd be able to compare your stats to other people in the lobby. Here we get a better breakdown of what those stats were. So we've got KD, your driving skill, passenger skill, reliability, which is an interesting one, shooting, and sniper. All of these would have helped you decide who you actually want to run with in your crew. On this cop screen here, if you look at the bottom, you can see that you can actually partner up with other cops and maybe run in the same police car as your own little unit. And if you look at the levels on the top right of the screen here, you can see that both of these guys are beat cops, which probably means you would be able to climb the police ranks, probably unlock different weapons, better cars, that sort of thing. Here we can see a lot of the weapons that would have been included, which shows some really early models of a lot of the weapons in the game. You could also see how many other people in your faction were on missions in your lobby, as well as how many other enemies are in your lobby. And on this screen, we can even see a leftover heist called the Cops and Crooks heist, if you read the description there. And judging by that description, I would assume a lot of these assets were flipped and reused in the Prison Break heist. Speaking of the Cops and Crooks heist though, what's interesting is 4 of the characters that were gonna be in this heist, you can actually see their character models in some of the barbershops around the map. Instead of just deleting them, Rockstar decided to put these in as an Easter egg. Now, while we can only see character models for the biker gang, the Vagos gang, and the police, this image here, which is a race showing Mall or Nothing, actually gives us a bit more info about other gangs that were going to be in here as well. So you can see Mex Gang, that's the Vagos, Cop Gang is of course Cops, and Biker Gang up the top there is the Lost MC. But you can also see 2 more, Fam Gang, which is the Families Gang, and Prof Gang, which is the Professionals. It also, of course, looks like you would be able to race players from other gangs, which is kind of interesting if police were involved. Maybe the cops are trying to stop the race? I don't know. Now, we've got some removed content from the actual GTA Online as well, so we'll touch on them soon, but first, let's talk about the overall game of GTA 5. And we have to talk about the beta logos. Here you can see 4 different versions of the GTA 5 logo. Of course, the one on the right is the official one, but these other 3 were what they were considering going with. I'm personally not a fan, and for any baseball fans out there, you might actually recognize that a lot of these are just parodies of baseball teams that I guess Rockstar took inspiration from. I'm not too sure, but what I am sure of is the official logo is the best looking one. A lot of the characters in GTA 5's story had completely different names, or some of them just slightly different names. You can see the full list of them here. Mainly the ones that are interesting though is Trevor used to be called Simon in the beta, Michael DeSanta was called Albert De Silva, can't get my head around that one. Steve Haynes was Mitch Hayes. Jimmy DeSanta was Kevin. I don't know, I don't see that one. That's just kind of pretty funny to me. Here we can see the beta map. Now, this is also a debug map, so it's not completely colored or finished, but we can still see a few changes that Rockstar made from this map to the final game. One of the ones I noticed first is if you look down at the airport here at LSIA, this island is a lot bigger on this map. It's not this big in the final game. They definitely trimmed this one down. Some of the roads in Sandy Shores and the Great Chaparral area up in the middle of the map there are completely different. And the roads around the prison here are completely different or definitely not finished. We also have a handful of in-game screenshots from GTA 5's beta, or maybe even before beta. And this was leaked by a dev who used to work at Rockstar during GTA 5's development. As you can see, this looks closer to GTA 4 than it does to GTA 5 to me. Who knows, maybe I'm just saying that because the minimap is basically GTA 4's minimap, but just the quality of the textures doesn't line up with what we have in GTA today. And for anyone who's seen those GTA 6 leaks from 2022, if that's how good the game looked 3 years before it's coming out, imagine at release, it's gonna be crazy. Now, in some later screenshots here, I know they're a bit blurry, but you can see a lot of the map had a lot more foliage, a lot more trees, plants, that sort of thing. And unfortunately, Rockstar just had to cut those back due to performance issues, but it would have been really cool to see what GTA 5 would look like with all those trees and just greenery around everywhere. It would be pretty cool. We all know the sound that we get for finishing a mission in GTA 5. But initially, Rockstar planned for Michael, Trevor, and Franklin to all have different mission end sounds. So here's what they all sounded like. DLCs. We know of 8 story DLCs that were scrapped for GTA 5, and all of these were found in GTA 5's source code at the end of 2023. The names of these DLCs were Manhunt, Norman, Relationship, Enterprise, Prologue, Assassination, Agent Trevor, and Liberty City. Some of these are easy to decipher. Liberty City, of course, would bring Liberty City to GTA 5 and GTA Online. Prologue would take us back to North Yankton, but just recently we've had a bit more info on the Agent Trevor DLC from Stephen Ogg, who plays Trevor.
And we also had that really cool shit of, there was, and I forget if it was DLC, I have no idea, but where Trevor was gonna be like a undercover. He works for the feds. And we did shoot some of that stuff with like James Bond Trevor. He's still kind of a fuck up, but he's doing his best to pretend to be like, and we shot some stuff and then it just disappeared and never did it. And they never followed up on it. But I thought that would be cool. Like he gets hired.
They went to GTA Online, I believe, for that stuff.
Yeah.
By this point, you probably know about the cut heist from GTA's single player, the Sharmoota job. And in this heist, Michael and Trevor would go to Martin Madrazo's house and steal a safe, steal a horse, and kidnap his wife. There would have been 3 approaches to this heist: High Impact, where Michael and Trevor disguise themselves as mimes; Night Stealth, where they go in at nighttime, stealthy; or Clown Day, where they would sneak in as clowns. We also know that Michael and Trevor would go disguised as a couple during the scope out, and we also know that they were going to be able to ride the horse in the finale, which means horses were cut as well. So I'll play you some audio files now of cut files from that heist, including horses, Michael and Trevor in the setup and the finale, and some other sound bites where the characters would say something if they hit a horse while they were driving a car.
My bad, pony. Man, sorry, horse.
Your galloping days are over, my friend. Oh, sorry, horsey.
Somebody shoot him. You're heading to the glue factory.
Oh, just like the von Krastenbergs.
Okay, I'll let you boys take her for a test drive as soon as you leave your deposit. The alarm system is semi-active and movement could trigger it. Well, if you two are animal people, the best is yet to come. All the doors are locked and alarmed. That picture doesn't come off. There's actually a wall safe behind there. Okay, no, don't. It's linked to the security system. We'll have armed guards in here in no time. Well, yes, the vendor has a very important collection of Aztec art.
Albert, we could use this as the baby room. He promised me. Albert has always wanted a pet panther to sleep in our bed. My medium told me. Yeah, he actually pleasured an entire boat of conquistadors.
Oh, That's what I need. At my age, I need all the help I can get.
Correction! Albert has always wanted something big and angry to sleep in our bed. Ah! Oh, look! Oh, a panther! Oh, my bad. Oh, would you shut up? I will not hear that talk. You're a child. Is there room for two masters? That's the question.
Oh, the master, sweet.
Look, it's like Albert's little sex face. Grrr!
Okay. I cannot wait to show you the rest of the house. There's a wall safe back there. You never can be too careful.
Seems to be a gap in the floor plan there, behind the wall.
Oh. You're too cute. Anyway, now I've saved the best for last. These gardens are breathtaking.
There were also a lot of cut weapons. One of the most notable ones is a programmable AR, which looks like it was based off the XM25 airburst launcher. Rockstar also cut an assault sniper, a lasso, a fire axe, a fire extinguisher, a shovel, as well as laser sights. Here we can see some very early designs for the HUD layout. Now, I'm not too sure if the weapons and the radio station were supposed to be on there at the same time, or if that's just like a concept, or they were just included in the same drawing for whatever reason, but thankfully that did not make it into the game. And we can also see a lot of pause screen backgrounds that were cut prior to the release as well. A lot of these are very cool, but Rockstar, of course, opted to go for the more neutral black and white background that we have today. And we've got two mini-map concepts that didn't make it into the final game, one rectangle and one rounded, which kind of looks like GTA 4, but you can see that it does have the yellowy orange special ability section there as well. Personally, I don't see the harm in letting players choose between the two. I would like to see in GTA 6 a circle and a rectangle option. I think that would be pretty cool. This next one comes directly from the GTA 5 gameplay trailer, and you could see in the trailer in LS Customs the vehicles had stats that you could see. Now, we do still have stats in GTA 5 and GTA Online, but it doesn't look like this. Cut radio stations and music. I couldn't believe this the first time I saw it. There are just so many cut songs from GTA 5 and GTA Online that didn't make it, and these were all found on a dev kit build of the game in 2018 from the GTA 5 beta. So these are all scrolling through your screen now. We have so many songs from Radio Los Santos, Space 103.2, West Coast Classics, Rebel Radio, Soulwax FM, East Los FM, Los Santos Rock Radio, The Lowdown, Blue Arc, Worldwide FM, Nonstop Pop, Channel X, Radio Mirror Park, and Vinewood Boulevard Radio. Seriously, so many songs, and I'd love to know the reason as to why these were cut. There was also an entire radio station cut as well that was meant to feature 90s rock, and that station was called Pre-Millennium Radio. The ability to purchase properties on the internet was canned from single player and moved to GTA Online. And before we get into GTA Online, just finally for single player, we also have some cut missions. Save Film Studio, which was a Solomon Richards mission. Harrier, which is another Solomon Richards mission, where Michael had to steal a jet. Social Networking, Final Furlong, and an unnamed heist. Moving on to GTA Online, we also have some beta logos for this as well. They're both on your screen now. The one on the left is of course pretty different. The red is a different shade, and the font is completely different. The one on the right is actually the one that was used in the first gameplay trailer for GTA Online, but the text is a bit more rounded than what we got in the final version with this one here. We also know of a lot of heist setup missions that were cut from the game, and we have some leaked audio files from those ones as well. The first one is for the Prison Break heist, which is a riot van setup, so I'll play these clips now. I'm not sure who this character is. It was a cut character that's talking to us that was eventually replaced by Agent 14.
You going for the riot van? I'll see what I can find. Don't expect them to give it up easy. Van 1 is responding to a robbery on Palomino Avenue.
There were also two setup missions cut from the Pacific Standard heist, involving characters named Melvin Andrews and Joseph Whites, or Casanova is his codename, and I'll play some of those clips now.
Okay, Melvin Andrews, here we come. Sadly, it's not going to be as simple as tracing a cell phone. All right, so So, making a pass at the bank manager? Well, I'm here to talk you through it. His name's Joseph Weitz. My background check tells me he's a sad, lonely guy, registered on just about every dating and hookup site around. I'm pinging you the location right now. Head over there and, introduce yourself. The rest of you are gonna wait for, Casanova to make a move. If all goes to plan, you'll tail them back to the apartment, then find Mr. Weitz's pass card and clone it. Go on! He doesn't bite. At least not now. He'll bite you later, but no, not right now. Don't be shy. Initiate contact. Start talking. Come on, speak. Talk, coward. Speak. Sprechen, parlez-vous, habla, speak. Casanova's made contact. Hold back and let's see if they get along. Ooh, love at first sight. They're on the move. Tail them back to the apartment. Oh, and, Casanova, I hope you double-bagged it, because Mr. Weitz's medical records are sketchy at best.
In the Cayo Perico heist, two notable changes were made. The first one is we were supposed to have to go to Ammunition to pick up suppressors for the heist finale. And the second is we have some leaked voice lines from Pavel that suggest that we could just use the Kasatka to scope out Cayo Perico each time, instead of having to go and get a different plane every time we want to do the heist.
Good luck, Capitan. I will be here lurking in the depths. Come back when you're ready to leave. If you're caught this time, no second chances, I think. I will keep the submarine here, Capitan, safe out of sight. If they catch you this time without disguise, there will be rough landing to follow. When you are ready to leave, just come back. I will be here when you are finished, Capitan. Be careful. You have no disguise, so if they catch you, there will be no doubt and no mercy. You took the long way home, huh, Capitan? I heard the guards catch you and made my escape. You are still breathing. Good. I heard you get caught and got back as quickly as I could. Aha, a pulse. Well, this is a relief. You were caught, yes? I heard the whole thing on the radio. I got out safe, don't worry.
And finally, we also have some vehicle names in GTA Online that were changed pre-release. All of those are on your screen now. The coolest ones, though, have to be the Armadillo for the Insurgent pickup and the Napalm for the Valkyrie. Those are cool names. So we'll wrap the video up there. If you enjoyed, let me know. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe for more stuff like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Boys?
Favorite color, money green. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade.